I was very, very moved by this chapter when you were with your mother during her last days. And there are few very important things that you touched in those chapters. One is you took care of your mother. There was a softening there. She allowed you inside some of her walls. You did not send her to a hospital and force her to undergo a treatment she did not want to. You realized that she cannot do it and you stayed by her side. In spite of all these deep wounds and traumas that were associated to her for you, how were you able to do all this?
It's like I didn't see her like that anymore at that time in my life. It was like I had been through so much healing. Like I felt her life had not been easy. It's like I loved her very much. I always loved her. Like I adored her in my heart. But it was so impossible to live that love. I couldn't put it out to her because she would push it away. And it
Mm,
was so incredibly painful and scary to have that not wanted. It was like who I was. She hated it. So to slowly over time realize that that's not the case at all. That is not the case at all. It was her own wounding, probably somewhere deep in her she wanted to love too, but couldn't. And how painful that is for her. So
mhm,
there was so much softening around, much more kind of compassion for our humanness, and what we do. And we had much healing in the last years before she died. And close to her death, some very strong parts of her conditioning or her ego would come up. And I was determined not to back off. I would stay with her, and at some point she said, "You killing me," you know. And I just really stayed in myself saying, "No, I'm not killing you. I never was killing you." It was like I got to speak so much of what had needed to be said in my heart, but from a place not of attack, from
mm,
a place of just in a way deep care for myself and for her. The truth is that I'm not killing you. It's something else inside. And she was opening to it. She was being amazing. I mean, what happened with my mom in the last 2 weeks was unbelievable. I don't know who this woman was. I mean, she was huge.